Hello, everybody. Welcome to the morning roast. A little later than usual, but it's all right. We're here. That's all that matters. We had to reschedule this one a little later than usual, due to scheduling conflicts, as it were. But we made it. And I currently have a migraine that I've had for the past like 3 days. It will not go away. I don't know if it's because I went to went on vacation, went to the con and everything. And while I was at the con, I got to drinking soda because we went out to eat and everything. So I was like, well, I'll have a Pepsi, whatever. And then after I got back, I had a little bit more Pepsi. I was like, well, I'll wean off of the Pepsi again and get back to normal, back to just water. So I completely stopped. I don't know, maybe like 4 days ago, five, and it's like, oh, it's brutal. But it is what it is. It's starting to go away, I think. But today we have with us Mr. Ty, the art guy.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello,
I'm
hello.
sorry again to hear about your migraine, man.
Oh, it's fine. It's no worries. No worries.
Do you
We'll I'll
was it
suffer.
regular Pepsi or was it Diet Pepsi? Because I know the
Regular.
aspartame. Okay,
It was just the regular stuff. And then I came back and I had like a bottle of like Coca Cola or something.
gotcha. I know that for me, I get migraines too. It that artificial sweetener that's in the diets that always triggers my migraines. So
Hmm.
I know how that goes with drinking the wrong thing and getting the migraine. And
Well,
avocado too, for some reason, triggers my migraines.
I had been not drinking soda for months and months. Like I usually go like 6 months without a soda. I usually just drink water and some chocolate milk, and that's it. But I got pretty on it for about a week. Uh, I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. I should have just drank it while I was at the con and then stopped, and then I think it would have been fine. But I came back and drank a little more soda, and I'm paying for it. I guess. I guess that's why. I don't know. I assume so.
Well,
But
let's hope it goes away quickly then as the soda moves through your system.
I'll be fine. It'll. It's like I said. I'm feeling better today. I woke up. I slept. Took a little nap when I got home from work. Woke up about a little bit ago. Like I woke up when my alarm went off at like 10:30, but then I just kind of laid there with my eyes closed for quite a while. So that's why I was running a little late today.
No problem. I appreciate you making the time, man. I know it's a little later. Uh, Time zones were a factor and job and stuff. So I appreciate that you were able to schedule me in so I wouldn't miss out.
Yeah, it's all good. We got Mr. Brink saying, "Good morning, America." Well, good morning, Mr. Brink. Well, I guess is it still technically morning? Screw it. We're calling it morning because this is the morning roast.
Well, it's
We got
9
Ginge.
here, so we'll count it morning on my side.
Hey, Ginge. Hope you're doing well this morning. He says he lives in Pepsi country, but he's always been a Coke guy. Yeah, I prefer Coke over Pepsi myself. Let's see. So, Mr. Ty, you've got a book you're bringing today to show us here, Mr. The Undying Chronicle over on Indiegogo. So,
Yes.
I guess we should start off by saying, since you're new, who are you? Is this your first campaign? Give us the details about you.
All right. I go by Ty the Art Guy. I'm kind of stuck with that as a pen name because all my email and stuff was linked to that name. So you can call me Ty. I also go by TJ. Either one's fine by me. I'm a comic creator and an artist in general. Besides comics, I also like to do paintings, which is an add on for the campaign. Later on, we can talk about. And I do some digital, and every now and then I make a little music, like for the trailer for this. I've been working on comics for probably 6, 7 years now. This is my second campaign. My first one I did last year. It was a 72-page graphic novel. called The Undying Chronicles: Eyes of Red and Purple, and this one is a 24-page prequel to it. It's the origin story of the character, how he got his powers, and he basically is a roaming warrior that goes from village to village to try to help people from creatures of folklore and mythology. So this book explains why he has that connection, how he has the power, and his motivations behind why he wants to do that.
Okay. Yeah, I would say I remember seeing your books before, but I couldn't remember. I can't remember if it was this one or if it was the previous one.
As long as you're seeing it, man, that's all I can ask from anyone is just to get eyes on the campaign. So if you're seeing it, people are doing me a big favor.
Oh, we got Marinus popping in. He says, "How about a hell yeah?"
Hell yeah.
Gonna get a hell yeah. All
I
right.
also gotta say, dude, I've watched several of your shows, and having metal playing over Singing in the Rain is just amazing.
That's right.
I love that clip.
That's how we do it. Good old Red made that intro for us. He did a wonderful job. Yeah. So how many pages was this one?
This is 24 pages.
So this one's 24. The previous one you said was 72.
Correct.
Now, can you get that previous book here?
Yes, I'm doing two things. I have digital copies and I have physical copies.
Okay.
So physical, I only have 10 of the graphic novel left. 6 have already been claimed, so I've got 4 more if you want to get in on that. Digital bundle, you can get the book. There's no limit on that one. It's just I had 10 copies left and wanted to put that for a book bundle backing pack.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're running out of time here. If you want to get that previous book.
And I should probably also mention I can only ship to the U.S. Because of the insane international shipping costs. So that's why I wanted to make sure I have a digital option for everyone that's outside the U.S.
Oh no, Ty, all of our international audience just cried. They just sighed right now. Big sigh.
Yeah, though I've also heard that some people don't even do the digital campaign and they don't ship
Really?
out of the U.S.
They're just
And
like those people are just like your SOL international.
yeah, so and I also figure, if the digitals are cheaper, so maybe $3 is within your price range more than the $6 in the shipping. So the other little thing I'm trying to do that I'm not sure how many other campaigns do is every stretch goal that I get as we're going along the campaign, there's going to be a digital version that's going to be added to the PDF. So that way the digital backers get to participate in the stretch goals, because I've seen a lot of times where you just get the bundles and you don't get that extra stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you can't like send stickers digitally, but I'm trying to make sure that all the stretch goals are something that can be put onto the digital bundle to make sure everyone can participate.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, make sure everybody's included in all this.
yeah, I mean, it's one of the better parts about the crowdfunding, right? Is the little extras that you're getting and get excited about. So I wanted to make sure everyone got to do that.
Yeah, I like that idea. Don't want to leave out your digital folks. And international people, at least you still got the option to get digital. And it's a cheap alternative. Like $3 to get the first Death digital copy. There you go. Only 3, only 6 for the book itself. So if you're looking for something affordable, there you go. That's quite cheap.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was trying to uh, make it so as many people that wanted the book could get the book. So tried to have competitive pricing, but not super super expensive, because I know it's really hard. There's so many campaigns I want to back, and I just don't have the money to back them all. So wanted
yeah.
to keep it in the realm that people could grab it if they wanted to.
Let's see. We got. Let's see. Say it. Meredith says, "No, Chris, it's Dread Gaze now. Get with the. He'll still be red to me. Damn it. He can change his name all he wants. He's still red."
My best friend actually goes by Red, and it's so weird when I hear people use his real name. I'm like, who are you talking about?
Who?
Because I've known him since high school, like 20 years ago, and that's when he started going by Red. Uh, and then when his family uses his real name, it takes me a second. I'm like, huh? Who? What?
Who? What? No. Who's that guy? But ooh, our hero looks a little rough here.
Yeah, he's definitely gone through some stuff by that point in the story.
I'm glad he has such a big chest, so we don't have to see his dong. That's good.
He is wearing pants. I should say, well, not pants. Uh, uh, oh, the thing Tarzan wears. What is that called?
A loincloth?
Yeah, something like that. I didn't want to go full nudity, but I did want him to be. I'm a little too artistic here. He's supposed to be vulnerable, so having the no clothes for protection was part of my trying to convey that in the story.
Okay. Makes sense. Gotcha. Oh, I should play the trailer before everybody gets upset. Let's see. Bing. And you're. Oh, let me. There we go. And you said you did that music yourself.
Yeah, in a garage band.
Oh, neat. And did you do the animation there too?
I did. It was a little trick I discovered with Procreate. So it's basically a time lapse that I'm using as animation. So it's just playing back what I was drawing on the screen. But since I realized I was doing all these energy power things, I thought it would be cool to have them be part of the whole situation, and I thought it was pretty cool too. I wish I could do like real animation, but you work with what you got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it turned out very good. There, you're a man of many talents. You're just doing everything. But then again,
Yeah,
I guess you kind of have to, and when you're being an indie creator.
exactly. You know, you're your own marketing department, you're the art department, you're it's crazy. I love making the comics, but it does get a little much, and I'm really happy. My first book, I did everything but editing myself, and this one, Ginge, who's in the chat right now, I was lucky enough that he came on board to do the lettering for this one, which really helped me a lot, and I think it took the book up to another level too because he's a really good letterer. That's all the compliments you get, Ginge.
Definitely competitive prices. His book is half the price of mine. Well done. I don't know. That's some of the cheapest books I've seen here in a while. Well, yeah, it's one of the cheaper books I've seen there on the crowdfunders. Let's see. In price. Let's see. Jen says this is totally a Ramstein groove. Yeah, we're gonna start hearing some growling Germans.
Yeah, my German is not good, so
Ist not gut. Well, don't attempt it. Soul pop up in the chat and get upset with us. He's like, no, you're saying it wrong.
I can't even say things in English half the time, so I do my best not to butcher other languages, which is unfortunate since this book is set in Japan, so the creatures all have Japanese names that I mispronounce half the time.
Good. You're gonna
Thanks,
mispronounce.
Darkside.
Show your filthy gaijin ways. Let's see. What is this pink thing here?
This is kind of a representation of everything that happens in the book. So there's going to be interdimensional portals, and that's where these creatures came through. So you're seeing through the portal to the realm they came from.
Oh, gotcha.
The last page, or the last page and the last image of the book on the campaign is actually the other world going the other way. So you see all the portals coming to our world from their perspective.
Oh, there it is. This one here?
Yeah, that one there. So just how they can see into our world, into the different landscapes, the pink on the cover is looking through into their world. And since I do want other books, I really also try to put in things that I want to have as antagonists in the later stuff. So these are all different creatures that I found in researching the Japanese mythology and folklore and all that stuff. And the monster from the second book is in here. So I thought that was a nice little way of going. I have all these other stories. If you want to come on for the ride, here's a little sneak peek of the stuff you might see.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Oh, we got McGee. Hello, McGee.
Hello, thank you, welcome.
Jen says he'll take what he can get. Well, don't sound so desperate, Jen.
It's because I told him that's all the compliments he's getting. He was in the chat yesterday when I was on with Dave, and he got a bunch of compliments. I don't want his head to get too big.
Oh, yeah, you don't want that.
He might start charging me more.
Yeah. He's like, well, the rates have gone up.
I mean,
what?
And, I think Ginge is open for commissions for his lettering too. I'm not positive. He can say so in the chat. But if you're looking for a letterer and he's open, I would suggest reaching out to him.
Well, see, look at you. You tell people that, and then they'll start hiring him. Then you won't have him. Then you won't be able to book him.
We have a gentleman's agreement, so it should be all good.
But is Ginge really a gentleman?
Oh, that's a good question.
Gentlemen don't talk about what they do with chocolate buttholes on streams.
This is true. He's a yeah. I'm not even going to touch that one. Phrasing. Sorry.
Let's see. We got.
Oh, so
was Sprex du kein Dutch Waiso Den? I don't know what you're saying, Marinus. I don't Moonspeak. Dutch.
I think it's what you speak German. And I don't know the last part. The only things I really know in German are from Rammstein and are not stuff you would want to say.
Jid says, "Thanks, Ty. I'm always open for lettering gigs." He says, "I never claimed to be a gentleman. I eat my chocolate buttholes proudly." You're one of those open degenerates.
True. Always makes going on his streams a little interesting.
We got the painting perks. These are add-ons, right?
Correct. So the first campaign, I put on a painting just to see. It was a Japanese castle with cherry blossoms, and I just hadn't seen anything like that, so I was like, "Yeah, let's try it." And it turned out to be like the second thing bought within the first couple of hours of the campaign. And people asked me if I could do more for this one. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to treat them like sketch commissions. So I have 3 different styles and 2 different sizes. So there's the daytime cherry blossom landscape, which is what's on the screen right now. There's cherry blossom castle at night. That's that one right there. And the last option is the Undying's homestead, which is part of the book. This gets shown a little bit. And I just wanted to have something unique to add to the campaign. I don't really do the stickers and stuff, but I like when you back and there's the options for the cooler stuff. So I thought I would try this out, and they come either as a 5x7 or as an 8x10. They are limited. There's still 2 8x10s available, and I think 7 5x7s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask you when I scrolled down here and seen the cherry blossoms. I was gonna ask you if you had any paintings to do with your book. That's good to see that you, yeah, are implementing that in, connecting it with the book in that way too. And it is
Yeah.
something different. Not too many people have like paintings available.
I'm really trying to do what I can to not be a generic campaign. Nothing wrong with the regular campaigns. I just wanted to have a little something special that's more unique to me.
Yeah.
And I also thought with the Undying, how he works is he's immortal, but he can die. What happens is when he dies, he has to come back to life, and he experiences everything in reverse. So whatever injuries led him to die, as he's healing, he's feeling those come back to him. So that's why I also have a cherry blossom theme, since that's a symbol of rebirth and all that stuff in Japanese culture. So I was trying to tie it all together.
So he comes back to life, but he's paying for it.
Correct.
Oh, you're doing tabletop stuff there.
Yeah, that's actually the first stretch goal that's been unlocked. When I got 20 pre-launch signups, I found that on Twitter or X or whatever it's called now, the tabletop community has a self-promotion Saturday, and while my book wasn't directly a D&D or Pathfinder game, they were really cool in letting me share on there. And someone suggested I do these kind of creature feature, is what I'm calling it, so that if they wanted to use the monsters in the game, they have the basics that they can work with. And I thought that was a really cool idea. And I played D&D back in the day, and the monster manual is always my favorite part of it. So I tried to make it so that if you don't play the game, the text in here is extra lore for the creatures, kind of how they function in the world, and it's all based on the research I did for them while doing the books. And so I figured that gives you, as a backer, if you don't play the game, you get the extra lore. It's a cool little addition that I can't put in the book because I already talk too much, man. If I put everything into the book, they would be like 100 pages when they should only be like 40. So I've got 3 of these. I can screen share in a bit. I have another one for one of the spiders that I can show you. But every monster right now has its own sheet, and I'm just double checking with the people I know that do play to make sure that it's functional enough for the games. It's gotten more complex since I played, so there's like 20 million abilities I have no idea about.
Yeah, I need to play that Baldur's Gate 3, but otherwise I never really get to play much tabletop.
It's hard because scheduling's always a problem for the games that I've been in.
Oh, Marinus says, translation, what? You're not speak German? Why not? Oh, well, because I'm not German. I leave all that to Soul. He can translate for me. Let's see. So what? So we reached that first stretch goal because you got your sign-ups. What other stretch goals you got?
When we got funded at 500, I added a print. I'm still deciding if it's going to be a 5x7 or a 4x6, and I'll screen share that for you.
Alrighty.
I'm calling this Frank Miller inspired. And it's the big spider on the campaign. It's called an Ugomo.
Oh God, it's a cow spider.
Yes, and I should point out this was my first like concept drawing for it. The horns.
Now, Ty, I have a question about this spider. Can you milk it?
I believe you can milk anything with venom, just like you can milk anything with nipples, according to Meet the Parents.
Right. Okay. But can I get milk?
I don't think you can get. No, I don't think we can do that with this one. I did not go into udders for the anatomy. We can ask a scientist. Maybe giant spiders have mammary glands.
Well, I mean, cows usually aren't hyper aggressive, but spiders can be chill. So, is this a hyper aggressive animal, or is this?
It is hyper aggressive. Think of it more of a bull than a cow.
Oh, okay, okay. I'd be pretty aggressive too if I look like that. I'd be pissed off all the time. Look at me.
It's
Jen will donate his udders to the campaign.
I thought he already had. Wasn't that part of the deal for the lettering, Ginge? I thought I got those in that deal.
What dedication? What dedication, Ginge? Oh my.
And since we're doing the stretch goals, I'll go ahead and pull up the other creature feature one.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, alrighty, there we are. Skull back spider. Isn't there like a real life spider that has like a skull in its back or something?
You know, there was a spider outside of my house that I kind of based this off of because it did look kind of like it had a skull on its back with an eye in the center. I was calling it the Illuminati spider for a little while whenever I would see it. And I got to tell you, man, I have arachnophobia, which is the weirdest thing for me to do giant spiders in my book as a result. So I just sat there and I was like staring at this guy, trying my best not to freak out and be like, okay,
he's not real.
Let's look how he moves and don't like bother him. I don't want to get bitten, but let's. I'm using him as a model.
Oh,
I have no idea where that spider went, but I did not kill it out of gratitude for modeling for me.
So, I was gonna ask. We got a lot of spiders here. Like there's a lot of spiders in this book, different kinds and stuff. Why specifically spiders?
What I'm trying to do, since I'm not Japanese, I do like the culture, but I'm not an expert. So what I'm trying to do is I research as many of these creatures as I can before I put them in my book. And for this one, the setting was going to be in a cave. So I started looking up cave dwelling creatures from mythology, and I came across the Ogomo, and I was like, okay, man, giant spiders, first monster, scary, gets a nice good level of intensity for the book. Let's go with that. And the reason I have two different types is mostly just because I wanted more than one like big boss for him to be going against as the book was going on.
Okay. Will we be seeing things other than spiders in this book?
Not in this book, unless you count that last page we were already talking about,
Okay.
where it's got the silhouettes. The original graphic novel has a creature called the Kappa, and it's
Yeah.
basically a
Turtle
gnarly
man.
ninja turtle.
Yeah. The little water in their head, little bowl.
Exactly. So that's actually part of the story is the water in his head. So I made sure to connect that with the folklore to it. And I also, when I was looking into that one, I found out that they like sumo wrestling. So I spent an hour or two watching sumo wrestling to try to get some of the moves and stuff down, so I could put that in part of the fight scenes. Uh, just because I don't want to do it's a Japanese character, so it's going to be martial arts the whole time. So I thought the grappling wrestling of uh, sumo was a good way of kind of breaking away, but still having it be a Japanese fighting style, and it fit with the folklore too. So, and I'm lucky enough that I have some friends that live in Japan, so they've been really helpful to make sure that I don't do anything stupid.
Oh, well, yeah, that's always nice to have contacts over there to help with it a little, help
Yeah,
edit.
when I was first looking at the giant spider, there was a different name that I cannot pronounce at all. It's letters that don't go together in English, like tsunami, TSU. It had stuff like that. And while I was looking at it, I found out that that used to be a derogatory term for certain clans in Japan. So I was like, oh, let me
Hmm.
find another name because I don't want to do that because I don't know if it's still a derogatory term. But
That's
let's not risk that. And then I was telling that to my friend over in Japan, and he starts laughing. He goes, you know, I have a buddy that's Japanese, and he was making a series of turtle monsters which fit in with the kappa, and he was giving them these different names, and not knowing English, one of the names he gave the turtle was a wetback, and he did not know that in English, wetback means something completely different.
yeah.
And when he found out, he was like, "Oh my god, I didn't mean it that way," and I really want to avoid that situation myself. So it's nice having somebody that's over there, that's part of the culture, be able to help me out to make sure I don't do something stupid like that.
Let's. Meredith says, I'm not German either, but I have the ability to learn other languages, you redneck. How dare you, Marinus? Oh, sure, I have the ability to learn other languages, but, I'm American. You all should just learn my language.
Yo,
Uh,
I was in France once, and I spoke a little French, and everyone assumed I was Canadian because they're like, "You can't be American. You wouldn't be trying to speak French."
ah, well, I mean, it's French. Why would you? That's,
And yes, I know the normal joke is, did I learn to say I surrender? And no, I did not.
Lordy. Let's see. Poor boy here's gotten all jacked up. Look at all them scars.
Let me stop screen sharing. So hold on. There we go.
Oh, yeah. There we go. And Gray Wolf says, yeah, wetback means something else here. yeah. Say with another term, moon cricket. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know the second one, and I don't think I want to.
Yeah, probably best. Oh, my. Yeah. saying wetback so much, my channel's gonna probably get destroyed now.
I'm sorry, dude.
Hey pops. All right, so let's
Though we
see.
are using it as a cautionary tale to say don't use that word.
Yeah.
So that should help.
Try to avoid these no words and for all you folks out there. Lest bad things happen. Let's see.
Hey, Pops. Thanks for showing up, man.
Oh, how many days we got here? You got 16 days left. You're already funded, so that's cool. Now the stretch goals. Where do I see them at on here? There's perks, add-ons. There's paintings.
The stretch goals should be up a little bit. There, it's in that section right there.
Okay, 500, 750, 900, and 1250. Okay. So it's 750. So you got about what, $155 to go.
I've also I'm sending out an update later today. I've also decided, since I'm so close, that I'm going to do a secret stretch goal, and when I get to 20 backers, there'll be a new stretch goal added.
Oh, okay. 20 backers.
So only two left.
To go. Let's see. Oh, Devil Flyer. Hail, sir. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Remember the add-ons. You got the paintings and a poster.
What's the poster. Do I have that? Give me 1 second, man. I'm sorry. I've spaced on putting that in my little tab here.
Oh, all right. No worries. Let's see. Yep. I caught up with everybody in the chat. Look at me. I'm keeping up with people. Hooray. Oh, McGee, I seen you were in the chat, McGee. I seen you went and put Good Night over on Fund My Comic. I seen that the other day. I seen you're already over there. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at him. Look at that wizard.
So that's also one of the covers for the graphic novel, and I liked it a lot, so I have it got it made as a poster on that first book. So I still have some copies, and I wanted to throw those into the campaign in case anyone was interested.
Alrighty. Yeah, look at that. What is that coming off his sword? Is it like lightning?
It's lightning. I have a lightning theme going with the book so far. When he comes back from that other realm, his eyes have lightning coming out of him as he's surging with the power that gave him the life again.
Oh, is that why he had all those scars all over him from lightning scars? Where you get
Correct.
You get hit by lightning?
Exactly.
Let's see.
And I looked some of those up too, man. They are gnarly looking if you've ever seen lightning scars.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, they're cool, but that is not a tattoo that I would want to get.
Yeah, it's pretty wicked looking. I mean, it would certainly be something. How you say it? Like an conversation starter if you're trying to pick up chicks. Like, yeah, look at this.
Exactly.
I got struck by lightning.
And I'm alive, so you know that means I'm lucky.
Look at how badass I am. I'm over there surviving, getting struck by lightning. How many people could say that?
I remember seeing that there was some dude that actually got struck by lightning like 3 different times. When I was trying to look that stuff up, I'm like, you need a new location. I don't know where you are, but if you've been struck by lightning 3 times, you need to get out.
Not lucky one bit. Yeah, he just did horrible life, having a horrible time. Yeah, I don't know what would be the luck of that? How would you get struck 3 times by lightning?
He was like a park ranger or something, so he was out in the wilderness when he was getting struck by lightning as part of his job. But I still don't know like where he is geographically that it's doing lightning that often that you're at your job and 3 different times get struck.
Yeah, like the odds of that are so low. Did he keep like a lightning rod in his back pocket?
I have no idea. I I just felt bad for the dude, and I was like, I don't think I want to know this story. The only way this story has a happy ending is if it was, and then he bought the winning lottery ticket.
And all the lightning scars was how he met his wife.
Exactly.
I don't know.
So yes, he does get a lightning strike, and lightning's part of what gives him his powers. And since my avatar is the same picture, the glowing hand is also to do with the portals and how he has to deal with some of the creatures.
Okay.
I'm trying not to do too many spoilers, so
Yeah, you don't want to reveal the whole story, but you got to give them enough taste to get them excited. So it's a
exactly.
balancing act, as it were. Yeah.
And it's so much easier with the graphic novel because you can share more pages. On the other campaign, I could share like 6 pages, but that's a third of the book on this one.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Got some herbal medicine going on here.
Yes, Ginge has pointed out what that looks like. That is not what my intention was, but I completely see why
Oh,
it looks herbal.
yeah.
It's oregano. We'll go with that. It's oregano.
Ginge, why are you going to be like, clearly it's herbal medicine. He's just trying to get some healing done. There's nothing else going on here. Migraine, yes, they do, Devil Fire. They very much do. Oh, man. Like everything like above the shoulders is just very tender and sore right now. Hmm. Yeah, only 2 backers away to getting that next goal. And if you want that previous book, you can get it right here, $30.
And only 4 left.
Yeah, you're running out of time to get it before somebody else nabs her up.
Oh, and I couldn't say this yet on Dave's show yesterday, but I can now. The books have been officially ordered. I got the proof yesterday, and everything looks good. So I pulled the trigger, and the book should be printing sometime next week. It'll depend on their schedule. So I'm really excited. I don't know if every creator gets this or if I'm weird, but once you get the book in your hand, it's so much different than when you're seeing it on your screen. And it's so cool, and I can't wait to show the books to everybody once they get in.
Okay.
Apparently, talking about herbal medicine made Ginge hungry, so he's going to go get some lunch.
Yeah, he's a fan of the herbal medicine. Okay, Gary, I'm going to go grab some lunch. Yeah, yeah, 'cause you got that munchies.
Well, it's
Dang,
probably about that time over there.
dang dirty dopers. Let's see. Yeah. So, yeah, for international folks out there, digital is an option. If you want both books, they're only $10 digital. That's pretty cheap. Only three
Yep,
for this one.
$10 digital, and it's 96 pages total of story. If I'm doing my math right.
Oh man, that's weird. I don't know where Sim is. Where is Sim? Let me check my messages here. Nope, nothing from Sim. That's weird. I sent him a message this morning letting him know. I sent it at 6:07 a.m. So he was probably already asleep. That's probably why I ain't seen him. He was probably already asleep by the time I sent that. So he's probably in bed or he's drinking his coffee. Shame.
It's all right. This was a little last minute, so I understand.
Uh, no, he's maybe he just don't like you.
That's always possible too.
It'd be like with Odin, how he's always late when Odin's here, and Odin insists it's because he doesn't like him.
Well, hopefully I haven't angered him in some way I'm unaware of, but you never know.
No, he's probably just getting his Tim Horton and whatnot. He's always got to have his Tim Horton coffee and such.
I'm not going to make the Canadian joke.
Let's see.
I do want to get Tim Hortons one day, though. I want to see what all the hype is about.
Don't know. Yeah, I've never had it either. One day I'll head up there and see what the big deal is. But that's gonna be a while. I gotta get this house paid off. I gotta get money saved up. So it'll be a while before I can go up to the Great North.
At least you have someone to visit. That's always a plus when you're traveling.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I said is I want to get my house paid off. That way I'm able to save up some money, and then I'm gonna travel. Go traveling and pay visits to everybody. Like go up to Canada and see Sam. Go to Germany, see Sol and Dunkel Ziffa. Go to like the UK and see Bristolian Dave and all them. Just go all over and see different folks. And I think that would be a lot of fun, and that would allow me to see some of the world and the sights and everything. I think that would be really nice.
I do not travel well, but I always say that if you can go, you should. It is cool. I have OCD, so I don't like being in hotel rooms.
Oh yeah,
germaphobe type stuff, and throws off my schedule, which is not fun for me. But I was lucky when I was younger to go on some road trips with my parents, so I got to see like the Grand Canyon and Yellowstone. And though I don't know if I could do it now, I recommend if you can see the sights, always go and try to see them, man. If nothing else, you have cool stories afterwards.
I need to go to Grand Canyon one of these days. I need to take Mom up there and stuff, and so she can see it.
If it's open, I don't know because it's been years. But when I was there, there was this place not too far from it, an hour or two, I think, called Bearizona. And it was really cool. It was like a drive-through zoo. So you're in your car, and it's a little like Jurassic Park. So you go into this compound, and then there's animals, and the only thing between you and the animals is your car. And there were wild wolves, there were bison, bears. They actually had an albino bison. I'd never seen one of those before, so it was all white, and that was really cool. And just being able to be like feel safe and be 5 feet away from a bear. And as for like I said, try these places because you get the good stories. I was there with my girlfriend at the time, and we're sitting there with the bears, and I'm looking, and I'm trying to take a picture through my camera lens, and all of a sudden I hear this pop. And I look over at her, and for some reason, that was the moment she decided Pringles would be delicious. So I'm like, really? What? I'm hungry. Like, bears.
The bears might get hungry too.
Thankfully, they're well fed there, so you didn't have to worry about it. But it was an experience. Like, am I about to die because you needed a Pringles fix?
Is this it? What's this say? Mara says, so no Netherlands then? Wow, what a good friend you are, Chris. Showing your true colors. Well, I mean, I'd come visit you, Marinus, but what is there in the Netherlands? Like,
Tulips and windmills and Amsterdam.
nothing exciting over there. Well, I mean, I guess I could go see what all the hubbub about Amsterdam is, since it's got like some big reputation.
True.
And then I would be like, no, this ain't for me, and then I'd leave.
My niece was over there, and apparently they have a really cool Van Gogh museum that she was really into in Amsterdam. So if you're not into the other things that the city is famous for, there's at least that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Let's see. Yeah, I'm caught up. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, this is a fun. I like that you're trying to offer a lot. I like that you're trying to not leave out digital folks out of like all the the fun aspects of crowdfunding where you're kind of like doing shit together. I like that.
I appreciate it. I figure, people could just go to their local shop if they have one by, if they just want a comic book. I want to make sure that this is different. It's got more. You feel like you're part of it. If you're doing digital or if you're doing physical. So I'm trying to do a bunch of different things that you might not get on a normal campaign, but you sure don't get on just going to your local shop. And nothing wrong with local shops. I loved mine. It's a little far for me to drive normally, though.
Yeah,
And then I started hoarding the comics, and then I had to decide to cut it down to crowdfunding.
yeah, I haven't. I only got the closest comic shop is about half an hour to 45 minutes away. So I don't really go. It's too
Yeah, I'm
far.
kind of in that same situation. I have one that's closer, but the dude that works there is a skinny version of the comic book guy from The Simpsons, and it just is a pain.
He's like, no, worst customer ever.
Yeah, I'm not even joking, dude. I called him once because I had a pull list somewhere, and one of the books wasn't there in my pull, and they were sold out of it. So I called the dude, and I'm like, "Hey, do you happen to have a copy of this?" I don't know. Well, would you mind checking? You mean I have to get up and do work? Like,
Yeah,
uh,
that's kind of what
I
you're there
if you
for.
could, yeah, if you could, I would appreciate it. And I told him the situation. And he's like, "Well, it's your fault for not having a pull list here." Like, you're not making it enticing for me to have a pull list there.
Yeah, why would I want to pull this there? Well, that attitude, buddy. Geez,
Yeah,
sometimes I wonder how some of these like comic book shops stay in business.
yeah, and it's really small too. It's like the size of a closet. So
Jeez,
you would think he would want more business.
yeah. Good
The other
lord.
one was really cool though. The manager there gave me probably the best backhanded compliment that I could have gotten, and it wasn't for this book. It was for a project I was working on beforehand. I had a little sample and I brought it in to show him, and he looks at it and he looks at me and goes, "Well, you're clearly an amateur, but it's better than a lot that I'm seeing coming out of Marvel and DC right now."
Yeah,
I'm like, "I'll take it."
that's a it's a little bit of a low bar, but it's a start.
Exactly.
Dang. Oh lordy, but uh,
But that guy's cool.
yeah, it
I would.
seemed nice though.
It was fun talking with him. He was very knowledgeable on all sorts of pop culture stuff. So it was really cool talking to him.
Huh. Yeah, I never get to really go to comic shops. I can probably count on like maybe like one hand how many shops I've been to. I've been to that one over in Wally Ford, one in Pittsburgh once. I was in that one in Wiley Ford like twice now. And then I was at one in Morgantown, I think twice. So, yeah, 5 times I've been to a comic shop, I guess.
Well, I'm lucky that before everything went crazy, there were 3 shops within an 45 minutes, maybe a little less.
Wow.
So I tried going to all of them at different points, and thankfully it was only that one dude that was the epitome of comic book guy. And I'm like, dude, I know Simpsons is stereotypes. I never thought I would meet comic book guy in real life. Everyone else was really cool though. So
I thought when you said you called him up and was going to say about how you didn't have a book from your pull list, I thought you were going to say that he told you, like, yes, because I didn't add it in there. That book is trash.
thankfully not that bad. And I'm still a little bummed. I ended up getting a second printing of it, but it was the newest run of Venom, and it was the first issue that had Null, I think is how you pronounce it.
Oh, that's that God guy, right? Or something?
Yeah.
Symbiote
So-
God or something.
So I still got the story, but now I'm like, dude, I wish I just had that first run for like 20 years from now, because maybe it'll be worth $5.
Man.
But you do what you do. I'm half wondering if an employee forgot to grab one for themselves and, oh, look, this one's not going to be in here. Oops.
Oopsies. Let's see. Meredith says, don't go to Amsterdam. It's Sodom and Gomorrah. That sounds like you're trying to incentivize me to go to it. I don't know. No, I don't know if I'd want to go to something like that.
It all probably depends on your mood and who you're there with.
Yeah, probably. Probably. I don't know. I don't know. But then again, maybe it would be nice to go there and maybe not engage in a bunch of debauchery or something, but just to kind of see what it's like to have that, say I experienced it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's beautiful from the pictures my niece was showing me. They have these like giant fields of tulips that are these just brilliantly bright, beautiful flowers, and not in Amsterdam itself, but outside in the countryside, and a lot of windmills. So, if I could, I would probably go there. My grandmother was born in Holland, so it'd be pretty cool. I did get to stop in there for like half a day once upon a time, but I'd like to be able to spend some actual time like cruising the city and going on the tours outside in the countryside.
Let's see. Okay. My head. Oh, is that like a nine-tailed fox there?
It is.
We got Japanese or Eastern style dragon up there. Got a Shenron.
Yep. The snake thing is something called a naga, which I think is part of Japanese in general, or specifically, but I know in general it's in several different Asian cultures. It's a water spirit type thing.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, lots of pretty interesting stuff going on with Mr. Ty. What's your future plans?
Well, once I get this one all sorted out, I have another two, I think, prequels that I want to do. I've already started working on one, so I basically want a little three issue prequel that leads up to the graphic novel, and then I'm going to decide where I want to take that after that point. Mainly just because whenever I work on a book, I get all these other ideas for other things. So I'd rather have the prequel set up, then the graphic novel, and see where my brain goes after that point. I've got some general ideas, but I try to do it one book at a time, or else I get completely overwhelmed because I do the writing and the art, colors, inks, pencils, all that. I do have an editor, which is awesome, and she's really been helping me with condensing down the stories
Oh, okay.
so that they don't go too crazy.
Oh, can you say who the editor is?
Um, Her name's Kayla. She's Comics and Cleve on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I
was
never.
lucky. I found her when I was doing my first book. Um, she is really great. Unfortunately, she's also really busy. So I hope to be able to have her on the future projects, but she's got her own books going on now, which is awesome. I'm so happy for her. So we'll see how it goes. I haven't talked to her about the next book quite yet. I try to have at least the full outline done before I approach her for any editing and some of the pages because she's also really good at helping me edit the art. Like if a hand's too big, she'll tell me, you guys, yeah, deal with that. If the composition of a panel or a page isn't working, she's really good at helping point that out and explain to me, like from her point of view, why it's not working.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been invaluable as I've been doing this stuff. So I'm hoping I'll have her. Not sure. I do have to talk to her about that. Um, Ginge is going to be on board for the next book for sure, and hopefully anything afterwards. But you're right, might sabotage myself promoting him to get gigs. But they're both really cool to work with, and I'm hoping to continue this as long as people keep getting them because I really love these stories. I love making them. I love doing the research for the monsters. I love doing the drawings. So as long as people keep liking them, I'm going to keep making them.
Yes, I remember. I remember Kayla from was it Death Curse? Those guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's actually where I found her.
I used to, haven't watched their streams in a while though.
I'm not sure if they have been streaming lately.
I say I ain't seen them pop up on my YouTube. Uh, and then again, maybe it's just YouTube not showing them to me.
It could be. Last I heard, Spencer was working on a movie, so that might be part of it too.
Oh wow, a fancy movie even moving up in the
Yeah,
world.
it was a horror movie, and that's all I remember hearing about it. Excuse me.
Oh, Marinus says we have tasty cheese. Well, that is incentive to go up there. Then I do like my cheese. Let's see. How long have we been going? We've been going for over an hour now. I think I might have to start wrapping this baby up.
No problem.
I
And
don't know.
thanks again for doing it a little later today.
Yeah, no worry. Yeah, I can't. Like, I'd probably stay longer, but like, one, my head's thumping. Two, I got to work tonight, so I got to get some stuff done here
I
and
completely understand both, man.
around the house. Like I've still got to finish washing my dishes, and I got to check on mom's cats and stuff, and try and get me something finish eating and stuff.
I completely understand, man. I'm grateful that you were able to slot me in the first place. So it's been a good talk, and I appreciate it.
You know.
And I
So
hope your head
everybody,
feels better too, man.
oh, it'll get better eventually. I just hope it's better by tonight because I've got a big truck to work tonight, and I don't want to deal with a thumping head on top of it. But
That
anyway, do go check out The Undying Chronicle: The First Death over on Indiegogo. Very affordable book. Very affordable. And you can get both books for only $30 or digital for only 10. So I have been Sugar Chris and go yell at Sim. You don't need a reason. Just do it. And thank you, Mr. Ty, for
thank you,
joining.
sir.
And thanks everybody in the chat for listening to us ramble on about his books. Mr. Devil Flyer, Mr. Ginge, Mr. Marinus, Pops, Grey Wolf, McGee, everybody in the chat, Mr. Brink. I appreciate all of you. And I'll see y'all. Wait, what is today here? Wednesday. So I guess I'll see you all at least by Saturday. Oh, there's Soul. Says, what? There was a stream today? No one told me. Yeah, I had to cut it back an hour. It was a little, I had to cut it back an hour to 12 today to do this. And I probably should have emailed you, but I came home and went right to laid down. I really just needed to get into somewhere where there was no light. To just lay there with my eyes closed for a while.
Yeah, that is it's so weird, like how being hungover and how having a migraine are so similar. I'm with you, man. I look hungover when I have a migraine. I've got to have my big old dark sunglasses on because I can't do any light whatsoever. I got to like hide under covers to muffle sounds. So I appreciate you coming on with the thumping head and letting me talk.
It's all good. No worries. But yeah, I probably should have emailed you, Meredith. Or I should have emailed you, Soul. Okay, I'll be there for the next one. Yeah, I'll try to line. I think I have somebody lined up for Saturday. I'll check and make sure. Tomorrow, I'll check and make sure. I can't remember if it's this or no. Wait. I might not be doing a stream on. Well, I might do a stream on Saturday, but it might not be a traditional morning roast stream. It might be a stream from a convention. Not sure yet. We'll see. But anyway, thanks everybody for joining us. And I'll see you all in the next one. Later.